What's going on, world? Brian Wright here, and you're now tuned into the Brian Wright Radio Show, where we offer value in the form of content that'll help you change your mindset, change your life, and become the best version of yourself. No matter what race, no matter what religion, no matter what gender, no matter what creed you come from, we don't care about that on this show. The only thing we care about is tapping into our sources where we can become the best version of ourselves and going to serve the world and impact the world and leave it a better place than we found it. That is the purpose of this channel. So I welcome you all here. So today's message is going to be to keep it simple. When I grew up in high school, right, or going all through school, I could have swore that they made it like the key to success was A squared versus B squared versus C squared, and then you add it to the third power, and that's how you become successful in life. But the older that I get and the more I experience life, the more I realize that honestly it's just 1 plus 1 equals 2. And am I saying that it's not hard? No, I'm not. Am I saying that life get easy? No, I'm not. Am I saying you ain't had to put in no work? No, I'm not. But what I am saying is that life is simple. And until we start to understand how simple life is, we'll get caught up in that complex that we always have to do something to advance in order to see success or see growth and stuff like that, when really it isn't. Look at corporations today. I'm a person that has gained weight and I've lost weight. I've gained weight and I lost weight plenty of times. I always tell myself that I'm not going to gain weight. Then I end up gaining weight. I just got them type of genes where I gain weight real easy. And I've been in shape before too, twice in my lifetime. When I came back from Kuwait, and then the second time when I was in Copper's Cove and I was just working out 24/7, had a full six pack and all that stuff. And it was like I was looking at how to count calories and looking at meal prepping and looking at, all that other stuff, all the apps, the calories and stuff like that. When really, I didn't even really need that, to be honest with you. All you needed was to go work out and expend more energy than you take in. And we see this every day with the fitness center, people selling fat pills and people selling stuff that's just going to make life a little bit more complicated. Why? Because they come with a lot of side effects when you could just really stop putting that stuff in your mouth. We go all the way through school and we can see it. We did something like Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 and geometry, and we learned all this stuff about the scientific table, whatever that stuff is. I don't even remember any of it because I'm be honest with you, I didn't care about none of it. Some of it benefited me, but some of it didn't. But seeing all that stuff in life, you'll be like, man, this is how complicated life is supposed to be. It has to be a hard test that you have to take. And if you don't pass that test, then you're a dummy and you're a failure. And I know people that pass that test to this day and they haven't done it in life. They haven't passed the test that when life comes, most people are afraid to go out of their comfort zone. Most people are afraid to think outside the box, but really it's just a simple process. What you do is that you take on an idea and then you fall in love with that idea. Meaning, my example, I'm going to join the military. I fell in love with that idea and I worked towards it every day until I was actually in the military. Was there things that were complicated? Yes. But was it complicated like geometry and algebra 2 and all that stuff? Absolutely not. That stuff was way more complicated than shooting a rifle or putting together gear and setting stuff up. It did not take much brains to do that type of stuff, but it made me a better person at the same time, and it pushed me to limits that no school test ever could. We got a generation of people who think that in order to do something great, you have to go to school and get good grades and get a degree. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with that stuff because that's good stuff too. But that's not the end all be all. How many people do we know? We know some intelligent people with degrees, obviously, that got jobs and stuff like that. But how many people do we know that got degrees and it's not even showing in their everyday life? Because it's more than just take the test. I once heard 50 Cent say, if everything you needed was in a book, the teacher would be the most successful person in the world. But, teachers are complaining at the same time about being underpaid. So keep life simple. In order to do anything, it's been done already. When you look at how to do something, everything in the world, besides the things that haven't been invented yet, like the cure for cancer and the cure for all that other stuff, yet everything has been done already. Everything has been shown how to do it. And that person doing it is an example of you can do it. But are you willing to go above and beyond? Are you willing to accept those thoughts? In order to become a successful singer, I have to not hang around people that aren't doing it. I have to hang around musicians all day. I have to practice with my vocals. I have to practice scales. I have to do all that stuff. It's a matter of keeping it simple of whether you want to do it or not. Honestly, it's a very simple process. You just have to practice. I once heard Bob Proctor say, we're all created equal, but practice makes us poles apart. And that's what separates a person. A person can look at it and go, you know what? This is a simple thing I need to do. Let's talk about Kobe Bryant. From my understanding, he had an obsession with basketball. He kept his life simple. I want to be the greatest. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to shoot this basketball until it translates into games, until I get stronger, until I make those hard shots that I missed. In order for Mark Zuckerberg to create Facebook, what did he do? He kept his life simple. Instead of going out and doing everything that wasn't incompatible with what Facebook was, he created it, and look what happened. Now, am I saying that it didn't take a lot of complex codes and stuff like that? That's different. Coding is different. So I think that stuff is complex, but for the rest of us, let's just keep it simple. If I want to be successful at this right now, I'm sitting here and I'm working at my craft and I'm sitting here editing videos and I'm creating better thumbnails and I'm doing better cover art. It's really simple if I want this to be successful. Now, am I going to have to figure out a little bit more advanced techniques to get myself out there? Probably so. But keep it simple. It's just come in here, cut on Logic, turn on the mic, and just start talking. That's the simple part about it. If you want to do anything, just keep it simple and do what those people do every day. Because greatness is all around us. We see it all the time. But I feel like when they tell us these things, it's like, nah, it's CX versus C square 8P. I don't even know. That shows you how much I know about academics in school. But that's what we think it is. And they're just like, believe in yourself, stay persistent, market yourself, get your stuff out there, network, shake hands, learn how to communicate. It's literally that simple. If you want to do anything, like that's exactly what you have to do. And we just got it twisted that it's just this complicated math, science, social studies, history problem. And it's really not. And we get that stuff from school. We get it from school. That's exactly where we get it from. And them telling us that if you get good grades and go to college, you're going to be successful. That's not the case all the time. And I'm going to be honest with you, 4 years for kids who don't know anything and taking out college loans and $80,000, $30,000 before they even experience the world, in my opinion, that is making your life really complex instead of keeping your money and keeping it simple. Maybe going to a lower college, community college, a tech college, and then getting a scholarship. And I'm all for it. But to be taking out hundreds of thousands, 20 of thousands, thousands of dollars in debt just to go to school, I don't agree with that personally, but to each its own. So keep your life simple. Whatever you want to do, just look up the answer. Just save $1 at a time. If you want to lose some weight, you just one day at a time. You just eat what you need to eat. If you want to learn any skill, one day at a time. And it's not going to happen overnight. But you got to understand that that's the process of keeping it simple. You're going to do the same thing all the time until something happens, until you get better, until you can bring it to the marketplace to sell it, whatever. Keep it simple. Let's keep going. Let's keep driving. And let's keep doing it. So that's the show for today. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Brown Right Radio Show. Gone.